Mets-toi avec Joe. Ouais. Quoi, mec? Le temps de la toujours y aller au temps. Oui, c'est le petit gardien. Fini. Alors, rentre à la maison. C'est bon.
When I was a kid, I didn't just want to be an athlete. I want to be.
Not gonna lie. When I was a kid, I didn't care about Usain Bolt. I didn't care about Tyson Gay, like Christophe Lemaitre. I didn't care about any of those guys. All I wanted to do was run fast, and the talent got into my head as a young kid. Obviously, just like any other kid. By the time I was 16, I lost that passion. I came back to this sport at 19, realizing that all the time spent, the regret that I didn't continue, the regret that I thought it was just because of loss of passion, but reality just struck in. I lost passion, I went into addictions, into video games, I failed my studies long term. I fucked up my ability to do anything good in life. Say it was too late, realizing that I fucked up and I should have came back that like sooner. With my background of being a rich background, lived in 3 countries, England, Senegal and France, mostly in France, I've realized that I'm a really lucky person. I really experienced many things. I have an open mind about a lot of things. You can think that I'm a stubborn person, but if I'm stubborn is because I've really looked up into that one thing. I could be wrong now and then. If you're out there trying to be the new Usain Bolt, the new Noah, that's the new sensation, or the new Jordan Anthony, this video is really just shows you what sprinting is. This is when I look back at this video, I'm realizing that all the hard work, like comparing to now and before, this workout represents my work. These 4 years of work into fruition. This season is going to be a different season. This Sprint REX is the next level to how I see things. What you should take from this video is that it's never too late. Age is just a number. We say it, but it's true. I'm 24. I turned 24 a couple days ago, and recording this video, and realizing that it's just a number, and you can just come back at any time. You can go for those goals. You can come back to those beliefs that was your belief, and realizing that it wasn't. Some journeys can take you to places and then take you to another place. What I mean by that is, you can learn to be who you are just by going out there and trying something new. Trying to find a new hobby, trying something that you would do as a small kid, as time. Maybe it was drawing, maybe it was watching YouTube videos, maybe you were that kid watching YouTube videos. Never in your imagination would think you'd be making YouTube videos because you was a consumer. You were delusional. I love being delusional. Why being delusional is one of the best things? Being delusional is one of those strong powers that you can just, it's like a power hack to be confident. I've used it my whole life, and I realized it not too long ago. I wouldn't say that I'm not a confident person, but that's how I dictate my life. I try to stay confident like most of the time, but to be delusional. I work my ass off 7 times a week, and I worked my body to the point where a hard workout feels like nothing to me now. And this is one of those workouts where like it's just a part of myself. I don't do this. I don't take this for granted. I take this very seriously. It's like preparing for a big exam. That exam, you love it so much, but you prepare it for a couple of years. You prepare it, and you prepare it. You repeat and you repeat, and then the results come in. You realize, you want to know. And then you get into that cycle where everything that you do in your life, like you take action to do, it becomes this type of game where if you take this really seriously, there's gonna be someone all the way at the top that you're gonna have to fight for to take that one spot. If you don't do that, That's it's if you don't think about that, you're not gonna go anywhere. You're not gonna go for the top. You're gonna stay average. Do you want that? No, I don't think you do. I train 7 times a week, knowing that if I don't do this, I'm going to fail. If I don't take this seriously 100%, I will fail. If I do this 100%, I never like missing a training session. For example, I've had this, I don't know if this was bloating or a stomach ache on my tummy. I think this is one of my first workouts I've missed in a while because of a stomach ache. It was unbearable, like the cramps was crazy. I probably ate something I shouldn't have, and it fucked up my stomach. Here I am, I missed my hill sprints, and it was so agonizing because I wanted to so badly go in the sprint hills. And I was like, because if I don't go now, if I even go today, I won't be fully rested for the next day, because on Mondays I have to give a certain time to my coach because he's not there, and time it. And the frustration, I want you to get to that level. If you're younger than me, I hope this message goes right into your soul and your mind, and it's ingrained. Make sure that when you do something, you do it 100%. I'm doing everything 100% this season, more than I've ever have before in the past. Like, I'm coming back to YouTube, making these videos, and you guys enjoying it. This is what, it just feels more natural doing this with YouTube than doing it without it. The moment I started YouTube, it was because of this video I came up of probably guys know, I don't know if you guys know Hamza. He's an influencer, a self-improvement guru, and he's really inspired me for a lot of things. I don't really watch him now. I tend sometimes to go and watch his videos. I suggest you should go to watch his videos. He's really inspiring. I don't watch them because my inspiration is myself. And what I mean by that is recording myself, just seeing the videos. I prefer watching myself sometimes more, and editing these videos, and then to see someone else get better than me, you know what I mean? And something I want to be better at. It's good to be inspired, especially at the beginning. But motivation doesn't last forever. I'm sure you've seen the cycle. You wanted to start something on New Year's Eve, and then it just stops. You don't do that one thing. It's because you need to replace a habit. If you can replace that habit, start something new. You can create a new good habit. Obviously, you need to want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you're never gonna be able to do it. That achievement, what you want in your life, it comes with a price and sacrifice. I train 7 times a week. 7 times a week. I won't even train more. That's how hungry I am. I'm gonna be the next Usain Bolt, the next Tyson Gay, the next Michael Johnson, the next Jesse Owens, the next Noah Allen. He's already overthrown by Jordan Anthony. I want to be in top of Jordan Anthony now. He was never in my mind, but I saw him last year. This athlete, this new upcoming athlete. If you don't know what this athlete is, he's won the 60 meter indoor championship. He got first and the world lead. Very impressive because he's very young. He's younger than me. Think about it. You're always going to compare yourself to other people because it's how we are. You have to compare yourself because you can. That's where you see how far your delusion is. If it affects you, that means you're not delusional. If it doesn't affect you, you're delusional. And I believe that I'm delusional, believing that I want to go for him. Even with all the talent, I compare my body to his. I look at his body, I'm like, how does this guy run this fast? I can create tons of explanation of why he's faster than me. But in my head, I'm like, I want that. I don't believe so. People in my sprint group, I was slowly degrading. I was not first place anymore. I wasn't the person who was fastest in the group. I started shifting that this year because I took this really more seriously. Especially when I started doing videos. when I started analyzing every little bit, the arm swings, the foot transitions, the rhythm, the breathing, every little analyzation of how my race was, how much time I stayed in the air, how fast I moved my arms, how back did I move them. All these little details that made me who I am today, and how satisfied I am, and how ready I feel for this season. No matter the time I end up with this season, I think I'll be satisfied knowing that I've learned a lot. I think I've learned more this year than all the other 4 years that I've trained in this sport. Or I say 4 years, but I was a fast little boy when I was small. Coming back to the beginning when I was talking about when I was a kid, I wanted to be. I remember it clearly. I didn't even know who the fucking fastest French sprinter was when I was sprinting in France as a little kid. And I didn't find it impressive, even though now I do. At the same time, with that delusion, I don't. That's how much delusional I've been and how powerful that is. I'm not telling you to be delusional in every part of your life, but that's how you're gonna be successful. I wanna just be true to you. I wanna give you value from this. Just how I train, I'm trying to explain to you my process of thinking. It's not even thinking anymore. It's my process in how I become such an athlete to the point where if you see me in the street, you know I'm an athlete just by how my figure is, how I run after the bus, how I walk, I don't know, how I'm dressed. Those little things, I'm like, damn. So every time I'm surprised, I'm like, yeah, I'm in the gym, or and the people ask me, what do you do? I say I'm an athlete. And they're like, what do you do specifically? I'm a sprinter. They're like, I can see why. And I'm like, okay, the delusion is there, but it's not to the point where I believe so much. I'm not, I'm delusional to the point where it's hard to believe it myself, but I'm that delusional to the point where I'm lost to who I am as an athlete, and how much I've come through. Going through all that delusion, I forgot I've progressed a lot. How bigger I've gotten compared to last year. I'll show you pictures of last year and now. It's a big difference. I'm a different athlete now. I'm a different person. I've grown up. I'm an adult now. I don't care if I don't end up going to college, missing out on certain things, but I want to end up like those people in the streets every time I see them. One of the people in my group, at one point in his life, he traveled from Africa all the way to France just to find success in athletics. That's how deep this shit is. Deadass. He finally found an apartment. He was living on the street in France. He was living a good life, I think, in his home country, but ended up here just for a dream. It's similar to my dream, but let's be honest, it feels even deeper. And when you go, that's how deep you should be thinking. How far are you ready to go for your goals? How really deep are you ready to go for? Anyways.
When I was a kid, I didn't just want to be an athlete. I wanted to be the athlete. The one who stops. The one who steps up with thousands of eyes watching. All for one single race. That was always the dream. My journey didn't start 4 years ago when I decided to become a pro. It started when I was 7 years old. The first time I stepped onto the track, from being selected to run for Paris to finding the drive to go again. Every step led here. Today I'm training with one of the best clubs in France, Saint-Montreuil 93. I'm finally the athlete I dreamed of becoming as a kid. I'm one step closer to the ultimate goal. I'm on my journey. I hope you're chasing yours too.
Bah oui. Vas-y, vous avez... Ah merde, j'ai fait ton nom. Oui. Vas-y. Xavier, viens.
Vas-y, à vous.
Vas-y, à vous.
Allez, 12 minutes. Ah merde.
Vas-y, bonne soirée.
On vient de louper là.
Vas-y.
Bonne soirée.